When you're 25 years old, you realize you're halfway until 50. You question and compare the life you thought you'd have to the life you really do have. In a weird way, I'm nowhere where I thought I would be at 25. But at the same time, I'm exactly where I want to be. I may not have kids, a husband, or a white picket fence, but I have my perfect little renovated 90s apartment, a good job, a car, a couple good friends, and my family's health. Oh, and a lovely man to share it all with. I'm lucky and happy to be where I am, although I would really love 2 cats, but that's a topic for another video. In the next 25 years, I hope to travel lots and maybe find a nice place to settle down and continue to push myself to be the best version of myself I know I can be. Reminding myself to work out because not only does it make my body feel better, but it also makes my mind feel better. I always pressured myself to do these weird stretches and poses and lift weights when really going for a 30-minute run a couple times a week makes me feel great. 25 has taught me so many things about myself and who I am and who I want to be. I enjoy my time alone and with a few select people, and that makes me happy. I love taking pictures on film and testing out new cameras, as well as filming and editing for this channel. It's therapeutic and grounds me in a weird kind of way. Working a baseline full-time job has really taught me how much I truly appreciate time and how no amount of money or frivolous spending means really nothing to me and holds no value at all. I've also learned how much space I'm able to hold, not only for myself, but my partner, and how I have such a deep capacity to love. In my life, I feel like I've been so prone to rushing and constantly living in the future that I never really took time to appreciate and enjoy the present moment. I would always put so many high hopes and expectations on the future that when the time came, I feel like my mind just didn't know how to enjoy it. I didn't know how to take it for what it was and not always expect everything to be perfect. I think last year especially, I tried so hard to enjoy the moment and to be present in every given situation and to live free of time or expectation so I wouldn't ruin my own mood or set unrealistic expectations. Now at 25 in my life, I'm focusing on how just important time is to me. And instead of rushing that time or filling it with expectations, just focusing on how I can find more time to do the things I love. I've also learned how important patience and moderation is, knowing that there's always good things to come and not everything can happen at the same time, or it wouldn't make it special, and time is an important part of that. How things in moderation can lead to so much more happiness and fulfillment, and setting proper boundaries can in turn lead to personal happiness and internal peace. I've learned to slow down and enjoy moments of silence. I used to fill silent moments with being busy and so much noise, and I've learned through all of that noise that it sometimes left me empty and drained. When I learned to enjoy the silence and take time to listen and slow down, I feel like I've learned to understand myself and what I truly need out of life. I've also learned not everyone wants to see you thrive. Not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some are only there waiting and hoping for your downfall. just so they can meet you and match that energy. Some only have a capacity to hold space for you when you feel as empty and as broken as they are. The ones that support you when you're happy and healthy, the ones that truly celebrate your wins and are genuinely happy for you when things are going well for you, are the people who love and support you. It can be hard to wrap your head around the fact that not everyone in your life is rooting for you, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to continue on with you in your journey to expand your consciousness and love and health and emotional maturity and intelligence. Some you have to leave behind while you continue your way onto the next chapter, into the next book. I was watching Harry Potter recently, and if there's one thing I've learned from watching those movies, is the ones that choose not to understand you never will. And the ones that choose to see you as different, as weird, and like a freak, simply don't have the capacity to view you any differently. And that truly isn't any of your business or your fault. Not everyone has the ability to hold space for you, and people can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. I love being a freak, a weird, nonsensical, quirky, awkward person. Difference makes people beautiful and special. The most beautiful people I have met have always had something different or odd or simply unique about them, and that to me is what truly makes them shine so bright. It's been raining a lot here recently, and if there's one thing I miss, it's truly having all 4 seasons. Within the last 5 years, I've slowly noticed we've been losing the time and the change between seasons. Each year, the gap between fall and winter to spring has been slowly but surely changing. I remember being a kid and there being a slow, gradual change and things slowly getting colder, and then in spring, slowly getting warmer. But this year has been the most noticeable. The fact that we have a blizzard with chart-topping snowfall records in a 3-day period, and then within 5 days having pouring rain that lasts for days at a time, to me, doesn't sound balanced at all. I miss slowly changing out my wardrobe and going outside and seeing things slowly starting to melt. It feels like overnight I wake up and I'm in a completely different place. Some would revel and love to see it continue this way. But being 25, I realize how important and how much I truly value time. How I enjoy being connected to how my body is feeling and what my body is telling me. How it's okay to want to have a slower pace of living and want to connect with nature and to see things outside change and to allow your body to feel, connect, and relate to it. The weather truly does impact and play a huge part into how I feel mentally, and without having a proper balance between the seasons, it's hard to regulate time with your body and with nature. It's so important to me to feel connected to my surroundings, especially as I get older. Last night, I watched a movie with my family, and seeing my mom laugh is truly one of the most special things to me. I'm so happy to finally have such a close, tight-knit circle of people in my life to share memories and some laughs with. I cannot wait. You've been working in your field for a decade, and have learned so much and gained so much experience and wisdom that you'll carry into your next chapter of your life. Having a drive, a lust for life, and being open to learn. All of those will be the keys to all the doors you want to open in your life. Stay strong, stay wise, love tender, and always have that grit and show grace to everyone you come across. I love you.